I'm working on my ribs. I think I'm on day 11 with no sodas, so I'll have ribs by 2026. As long as I stop drinking soda, man. I was tempted yesterday. I was about to grab a can. Oh man. Yeah. Went with the water. That shit tasted horrible.
Oh no.
What's that?
Whiteboard?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Like I'm feeling phantom soda drinking going on. Like I can taste soda fizzling in my mouth.
I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you. I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you.
God damn. Okay.
Don't spill your coffee.
Almost hit the wrong button on the computer. I think it was pushing down on the power button. That'd have been messed up. We had to start all over.
Oh shit! Somebody poisoned Dave.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lady.
Goddamn Hennessy Company poisoned me.
This is how he was earlier when I came in and all you heard was like smack, like his head smacked on the desk, and then he sat like a minute.
Oh,
I was like, oh, what's wrong?
what the hell was that?
This time I can like, what, William? Oh, no.
Back.
yeah. Facebook doesn't want people crossing boundaries. If you cross boundaries, they make you vanish. Nobody
Unless you
can.
high five.
They don't want you to, unless you high five. Yeah.
High five.
There you go. I got my first 5-5 in. There you go.
You get some more.
Oh.
Smack my hand. Oh.
It doesn't work too fast. Anyway, good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Canna-Joe Morning Show Live. Today is March 31st, and I'm Michael Ford. We'll go this way, I guess.
Good morning. I'm Camille Black.
What up, Camille?
Dab and Dave.
Dabbit.
The weather.
Oh, whoa, he fell out of his chair, but he dabbed all the way out the chair.
Yeah.
Sleepy Dave.
Too many dabs.
What up, guys? I am Jenny.
Sleepy Dave.
Misha the producer.
Produce.
Oh,
Navarre, man, thank you guys for joining us on another episode in the metaverse. We got some awesome shows for you guys today. Got some interesting things we're going to talk about. So, yeah, I guess we'll jump right into it. So news coming out of South Dakota, the cannabis organizers released a legislative report card for the first time, I believe. So Rapid City, South Dakota. For the first time, South Dakota lawmakers are being scored on their votes regarding the implementation of cannabis laws. Several statewide marijuana organizations, including South Dakotans for Better Marijuana Laws, released a report card which analyzes the votes on significant cannabis-related bills during the 2020 legislative session. Their goal is to keep state voters informed of their legislators' decision when it comes to marijuana implementation. The campaign director, Matthew Schweich, says he hopes lawmakers can be held more accountable with the release of this report card. There remains to be a disconnect between the politicians and Pierre and the people of South Dakota, and that's not a surprise to anyone, Schweich said. However, we are still pleased with this session. We defended the medical cannabis law from several harmful changes, and we also passed a recreational cannabis bill through the South Dakota Senate. The scorecard can be found on the South Dakota for Better Marijuana Laws website.
nice. That's something we should do here. I know National Normal normally does, well, in the past has put out a scorecard, and we've been able to help and keep track of that. But I think that's something important that we should do here in Minnesota this year. I know they got a couple votes. I think we just I know people want to know who to vote for.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to
Exactly.
tell you who to vote for?
Didn't
Yeah.
we do that
weed
last
card.
year?
Huh?
Didn't we have
Yeah.
like a scorecard thing last year?
Not last year, but in
Year before.
2020, we
Oh,
did
yeah.
have a scorecard.
I
National
remember.
Normal put out a scorecard. We got to help contribute to people. So, yeah, no.
That was
Yeah.
a good article.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And if they can make that as public as possible, I think the more public publicity they get on that scorecard, the more power it'll hold over the legislators, I think.
Well,
If
I think
everyone's seen it, everyone's talking about it, then they'll feel more compelled to be like, oh shit,
yeah.
if I said this, I better go through with it, or
Mhm.
maybe I should think about why I'm not voting on this, or why I feel this way about cannabis or whatever. So
Yeah, and I think we saw the importance of this when
what do you say?
I said
can't
when we
barely hear
found
you.
Oh, can you hear me now? I don't know why you can't hear me. Everybody else can hear me. I'm in Zoom. Got this shit turned down so there's no echo. Anyway, hey,
There you go.
it's important that scorecard because of what we saw during the damn elections with all these motherfuckers running under false pretenses.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important now that that's out there. Got Republicans running as LMN candidates just to siphon off Democratic votes is bullshit. As far as I'm concerned, it's a jail. I think that's a jailable offense. Deceiving the voters and lying to them.
That's exactly what they did, man. And yeah, I think we did a lot of work last year trying to inform people, or not last year, in 2020, trying to inform people about, those scams and those candidates that were running under the pretense of legalization, but were actually there with negative, ill intentions, sick and vomiting. But yeah, so I think it's going to be important in this election to inform as many people as we can on legalization, who stands with us, who doesn't, who's voted which way. I know there's going to be candidates running that are in the marijuana parties, but I think our focus should be on the legislators that are in there, what they've done, and those who have not done anything. And the ones that have not done anything need to be removed and replaced with legislators that are actually going to make a difference this election. So with that, Var, you got another article, man?
Yeah, I
House
sure
vote.
do. So the House is set to vote on marijuana legalization bill on Friday. If the bill passes both the House and the Senate, it would impose a federal tax on marijuana sales. They're referring to the MORE Act. So marijuana is still illegal on the federal level, but that could change this week. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if they know the process.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking that too. Like, really?
It's a step in the right direction.
He said, I don't think they know the process. Because isn't that what happened when we passed HF 600? Everybody was like, it's legal. Weed is legal.
No, it's not. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. Hold it.
Yeah, the political writer must have been out sick.
Yeah, maybe.
Holding the intern John, like, bro, write up this article real quick. Like, all right.
John.
Man, John be honeymooning all over the place. Where?
You'd be like, "Whoa, man, I didn't write that shit. What are you talking about, brother?"
They're still calling it the MORE Act too. I see.
Yeah.
So
it's still the MORE Act. I know there was conversation about calling it something else in an article that we did earlier this year. I wonder what happened with that.
I'm excited to see what comes of it.
Bill didn't get too much traction. They wanted to stick with the one that had, better recognition.
It would make more sense. Why confuse people? They're already confused enough as it is. You don't need to.
Yeah, obviously from this article.
Yeah.
Right. There's no way it's going to change this week. Sorry.
Why do they think it's going to change though? Let's read the article.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, so
we'll see.
The House will vote on the Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act, also known as the MORE Act, on Friday. The bill would remove marijuana from the list of scheduled controlled substances, requiring courts to clear prior marijuana-related convictions from criminal records. Additionally, the bill would impose a federal tax on marijuana sales. If the bill passes the House, it will head to the Senate where it needs 60 votes, including support of at least 10 Republican senators if every Democratic senator backed it in order for it to advance. The bill was authored by House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler from New York. As The Hill reported, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer of Maryland said the bill aims to restore justice to communities that have been disproportionately impacted by harsh penalties for possessing even small amounts of marijuana. Newsy is the nation's only free 24/7 national news network. You can find
Newsy.
using your TV digital antenna or stream. People use TV antennas still?
Yeah, bro, I got one.
Yes.
I got two actually. I'm on my
saw
TV.
Those poor
Oh
people
my
that can't
gosh.
afford
I
cable.
didn't
But
know
they didn't
still
explain to us
exist.
why they believe that it could be possibly legal this week. Like,
Well,
Right.
So
Is that
that's
the whole article?
that is the whole article. And then they
If they
said if
Take
the
it
bill
off the
passes
schedule.
they
Yeah.
said if it passes the House, then it will head to the Senate where it will need votes. So
Yeah,
I
that ain't
think
even
it's
close to
about
being correct.
Going to happen on Friday. Friday is April 1st. Is this article an April Fool's?
Yeah,
Exactly.
starting
that's
to
what
wonder
it is.
here.
With
national.
all
Got
the
it.
like
They got it to be.
inaccurate information
Bastards.
about changing federal laws.
Yeah, because even if it passes,
In
get
a
the vote
day.
on Friday, it's no way it's gonna pass.
Then they
Right,
gotta
that's where my brain
see if
went.
it'll
Was
get a
April
schedule for the
Fool's.
Senate. Yeah.
Right.
April the Fool. Anyway, they fooled us on that one.
Bastards.
I'm sure they fooled a lot of people that don't have
Mhm.
too much knowledge. They're like, "Oh, it's gonna be legal this week."
Oh my gosh,
Go
I
see
forget
the
about a
movie.
million calls. Like, so you saying they finna legalize it?
Just like
Yeah.
when Walls, what
day.
did Walls just do recently?
a
Like
day.
a bunch of people told me that Walls just legalized it here, and I was like, no, he actually.
Nah, he added money to the budget for legalization.
I was like, he hasn't done anything.
That
was-
still kind of baffles me personally. How you
Yeah.
set aside a whole bunch of money for an industry that's not legal yet. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
Maybe
insane.
the MORE Act is helping them, put forth motions to prepare for it.
yeah, but they
'Cause if
still
they're gonna
have
have
to
to
legalize
expunge a
it.
bunch of people,
Right.
they're gonna need that funding to do courts and all that. I don't know.
Yeah,
paperwork
but
or-
they still have to legalize it each state individually. Even if they
Yeah.
legalize it federally, it's still up to the states to actually.
Yeah.
And the way things are going, it's questionable. It kind of bothers me. We've been doing this for a long time, and you get your hopes all up, and you're like, yeah, it's about to happen, and then they shatter your dreams again. Like, there's got to be another way for us to go. Like, it's like Minnesota weather. You think the summer and the spring is
Kind of smack you dead
snow,
in the
like, man,
face.
what the
Like,
I had my
Don't look
gear
at me.
ready. I had,
Don't look at me. Wasn't me.
got your outfits all
Wasn't me.
set out and stuff lined
I'm
up.
like, what is that
Wasn't me.
white stuff out there?
And now I gotta get this
Me.
box out the attic and pull over the bags. And
I'm so glad I didn't do all that yet. But,
you
yeah,
gotta get all that stuff out the way, otherwise.
told you it
your
wasn't
clothes are all
over.
the place. Was that
Dave's
Dave?
sitting over here.
I told you it wasn't over yet.
Yeah, I told you.
And
Well,
Dave with
And there's
the
more coming.
Oh, violating boundaries there.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, had to touch my phone for a second.
Okay.
It's over there on the table. That's where the table
Come on,
is.
Jenny. This
Right.
has disappeared.
Mario, I see you got a bunch of stuff up there. Did you want to do another one, or should we get to it?
Oh yeah, this one's pretty short too.
All right.
This one is why fewer U.S. companies are testing their work.
Pass that over here when you're done with it.
Better leave that bong alone.
Yeah, no, I left the
It's
bong
from
in
the
the basement.
bong.
Left the bong in the basement.
Why fewer companies are testing their workers for marijuana. So the percentage of American workers who tested positive for drugs hit a 2-decade high thanks to a surge in recreational use of marijuana, but a shortage of employees has forced firms to cut back on the number of tests administered, according to a report.
Yeah.
Quest Diagnostics, a drug testing laboratory, found that nearly 4% of the more than 6 million American employees who were tested for controlled substances in 2021 tested positive, according to the Wall Street Journal. That compares to 2022, when only 2.7% of drug tests conducted on behalf of employers came back positive for marijuana. Last year's figures also represent a 50% increase from 2017, when recreational use of marijuana was legal in just 8 states, plus the District of Columbia. Since then, 18 states have made it legal to consume marijuana without the need for a prescription from a doctor. While the percentage of positive tests increased, the number of tests administered by companies fell last year, as employers were eager to keep as many of their workers as possible due to the economic fallout from the coronavirus pandemic. The decrease in tests was also attributed to changing cultural attitudes about marijuana. Some states even prohibit companies from using positive marijuana test results as a factor in hiring decisions. Last year, New York State issued new guidance that bans employers from testing employees for cannabis unless the worker seems visibly stoned on the job. So
What?
pack that Visine, son.
Yeah,
Nice.
Visine.
Well, we know Amazon doesn't test.
I
Did you
like the
put
point
Visine in one
that I like the fact that they're like, oh, we're running out of workers. We better stop fucking testing people for weed.
Right?
Right.
Gotta keep the ones we got.
Right.
See, people, if we all stand on our principles about marijuana, they will fucking give in.
Fight the power.
That just proves it right there. They've drug tested for everything since.
They
I
didn't
don't
give
even
in
know.
because of we did anything. They give in because of that money. They need
Yeah, they
employees
losing
to work
money
them
from their
factories, and they're like, "Oh man, we're losing everybody. We got to
Mhm.
start hiring the stoners. I guess they'll come on in."
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you good, man? You good? Come on.
That
Come on.
makes sense.
Oh,
That does make
dude,
sense.
is it
Money.
time to
It's
clock
all.
in
It always
yet?
comes down
Down
to
to the dollar.
dollars. You know,
The almighty
everything
I
goes.
wait for work, dude.
Gotta love work.
Dude.
Hey man, I might be late, but at least my stoned ass is there.
I'm never late to work.
Me neither.
Right.
Ever.
Sleeping, but
Ever.
might be sleeping in the corner, but I'm there.
Who's work starting when we get there?
Hey.
Right on time.
When the work start, when I get there.
Anyway.
Good morning, you guys.
Good
Oh,
morning,
good morning,
Rustin.
Jody. Good morning, Rustin.
Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Vaughn.
I'm sure she's listening out
Everybody.
there
Good
somewhere.
morning, Vaughn,
Shine it black.
Melissa,
Thank you for
Facebook user,
watching.
everybody that tunes in every morning to the Canna-Joe Morning Show.
Good
How you guys
morning.
feeling today? How you guys doing?
Hungover.
I'm good.
Really,
Kinda.
really
Good.
hungover.
Yeah.
Good?
Getting myself
Right.
together
Dave,
mentally.
Hungover.
hungover?
Too much Hennessy, too much poker.
Oh,
Oh,
Hennessy
man.
and poker and
Ooh.
VR? VR poker or real life poker?
No, VR.
Oh, okay.
Drinking and drinking, Dave, too, in the
Oh.
VR.
Hennessy,
Oh, yeah.
VR, and drinking. Oh, I know.
That
He
seems
was dizzy
Sounds
as
like an interesting evening.
In VR, you be in this
No
thing long
wonder.
enough, man. You get dizzy, drunk.
Whoa.
Yeah, I swear.
Dave's
'Cause
like,
I
I
know when
can't
I'm
see
in
straight.
Right, right,
Today, I'm like all over the place.
right. How you feeling, Jenny?
Oh, it
Camille?
hurts.
I'm great. Doing great.
I'm
Great.
fantastic. Just waiting for
Well-
this shit show to unfold in the next 2 weeks of April.
What's the
Yeah.
shit show?
This weather we
All
got
like
coming.
I can't even say the word.
I don't even know what that means.
Astrological.
Oh, okay.
It's all
Mhm.
astrological. Prepare to be mind fucked for the next 2 weeks, you guys. Like it's coming. You've been prepared. Just stay on your shit and do what you gotta do.
Get
No,
you some
I'm
Worried about
confused
the
right there.
snow. Yeah.
But
kinda-
does it really impact us astrologically if the Earth is flat? Does it?
Yes, because astrological is about
Go to
the
your
stars in the
corner.
sky. It's not about the flat Earth or the
But
round.
here's the
Okay.
question though.
So if we're
Okay, if the
flat
Earth
in
is
the
flat,
sky-
is the sun flat too?
yeah.
Yes, of course it is. I always draw it on
Okay,
paper. And it's
course
so
it's
flat.
how the
flat.
hell does that work?
Everything is 2D.
Really?
Yeah.
So how does it rotate?
It's your
It doesn't
perception.
actually rotate.
It doesn't. That's just a farce.
No, we
Yeah.
rotate.
We
It's just up
rotate.
there.
Okay. Yo,
Yeah.
you need to sit and spin.
I drew the
Okay.
sun out there, so y'all are looking at my story
Okay.
from, like
No,
second
seriously,
grade.
Vard.
Oh my god.
I know you got some friends that are flat earthers, man. I'm curious on the astrological aspects of it. Do you get into that stuff at all?
So the theory is that like the space is actually like where it's like a firmament that's up
irrelevant.
there, and so like can't really bust through it to like go to space.
Kind of like Kind of like
talk
out
about,
there.
like, yeah, talk about like as above, so below, meaning like, you know, what you find here down on Earth and below is going to be the
You
same
already
in the sky,
lost
where we
me.
got the ocean down here, and the firmament is like the ocean in the sky, similar. But then there's also the part about the ice wall, where
Oh,
our
Right.
Earth is actually much larger than just like our 7 continents. Where you get outside the ice wall, then you find there's much larger masses of land. But I guess my confusion is they talked about
it's
when
amazing we
you
wouldn't have found those by now.
well, they say when you get past the ice wall, that's when you're actually moving into a different dimension. So they're like higher dimensional beings.
Oh,
And so
so we
like,
don't believe in a round Earth, but we believe in other dimensions.
well, yeah, because see what happened in
Whoa, somebody's
Antarctica
on.
with
So
the bird
pass that shit
expedition.
this way.
with the David Byrd expedition, you know, they went up there with the planes and stuff, and they saw this huge hole up there, and then a bunch of ships came out and a bunch of stuff happened, and then he came back with a report that was unclassified.
Wait, didn't they go up high enough to see the curve on the
What?
horizon?
No, this is like a hole in like the earth that went way down in Antarctica.
Man, y'all high.
No, man, I'm saying it's on papers.
Well, of course we're high. We're always high.
Right.
Yes. I mean, it's interesting, man. Interesting because I want to
and
believe that
comical.
there's something more than what.
Oh, they
Me too.
said you
I'd love to
can't go
believe that.
legally to Antarctica.
I'm up for the other
Why
dimensions,
is
though. I
that?
mean, I think we have parallel dimensions.
Why can't you go to Antarctica legally?
Yeah,
what?
exactly. I mean, there's definitely something going on up there. The Germans were the first up there, and they were working on some stuff.
Oh,
and then,
there's some giant prehistoric polar bears up there that'll eat your ass.
yeah,
Ooh.
I mean,
That's what's
there's
up
a
there.
There's a lot going on up there, and you
Man,
know, our
fuck them
government
bears.
declassified. I
Dumb
really
bears.
think we're really close to disclosure with like all the different alien stuff coming out, the different movies.
Anytime
Right.
now.
No, and then NASA saying that they do communicate with the intelligent, as they call them.
Well, you know, I like to think that
I
these
think they're
movies
out
are
there.
basically just preparing us for what's.
Nostradamus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
what's
I
been
don't
going on
watch
since
movies.
the 40s. I mean,
Watch
really.
The Simpsons.
I watch
Look at all
movies.
the
I seen
stuff.
something about you
Yes.
can upload your conscience into the metaverse.
That's
Mhm.
very, very close right now. You'd
They
be
actually-
surprised how close that is.
They do have
with
the
chip.
not into the metaverse, but they have like DNA data cards where like this, I think they said like one thing of DNA is equivalent to like, I can't remember how many gigabytes or terabytes. It was huge, but they figure out a way to allow you to use your DNA to save stuff on. You know what I'm saying? So like you'd have like a DNA SD card. But it's not actually SD
Like
card.
a
It's like
flash drive.
kind of like a flash drive, but it's like a whole thing. It's like got
Where do you plug it in at? That's
Right.
what I'm trying to.
I like my hard
Like,
drives.
right back
well, I mean,
here.
it's not like a public you know what I'm saying,
Is it,
technology yet,
Isn't that
but
what Musk is
they
trying to
just
get
made it.
going?
I can't remember how long ago, maybe like 2 years ago. So I'm assuming they're gonna try to make it available to us. But imagine if you could put your whole consciousness on a drive and just store
Right. That's
There's a
crazy.
movie. There's a what is it,
It's kind
Netflix
of like
Upload?
what's
Yeah.
that movie?
Yeah.
That movie,
Hey.
Meet Dave.
Rustin says there's pyramids in Antarctica. Is that true?
What?
Yes.
Pyramids.
I
in
don't really
Antarctica.
watch movies, but I like to get into educational like documentary stuff. That's kind of cool. Stuff that's real.
So,
Are you saying this
Well-
is fake? Is that what I'm hearing?
well, so no, this is not fake. This is real. These
This
are
is the
people.
real world
Look at-
right here.
Look at my pupils. They're dilated. No.
Look how real we look. We can move
No.
our hands.
Right.
Give each
'Cause
other
you
high
guys feel like
fives.
there's something realer than
Yeah.
like real.
Yeah, actually I do. And I started thinking about the whole concept when I watched the episode of Rick and Morty where they went to the arcade and then Morty played that game where he lived his whole life and then died and woke up.
Yeah, there's consequences for all your actions. You need to-
I feel
Anyway.
like That's
Oh,
us.
that
in
was such a
the real
good
world.
episode. I
In
felt
the
so
real
bad
world,
for him
like-
at the end when the girl came out right at the end, and it's like, oh, he's got a. Oh, there she goes. She turned around and walked away. That was it.
So
was a
with
good
that
episode.
being said, you guys, we do have some spectacular stuff coming up here in April, including the celestial, whatever Jenny was talking about.
It's the
shit
new
that's-
moon coming.
Yeah,
The new
that's
moon. New moon
Mhm.
every month. You can expect one. But we do have an event coming up on 420. We'll be rallying in the Capitol. Emin Normal will be in there with Curtis Hanna and Tom Gallagher and a bunch of supporters talking about legalization. It's going to be a good time. So if you are coming to the Capitol, there will be a presentation in the rotunda. In addition to that, we do have a 420 celebration event. We will drop the location on that in Northeast Minneapolis. If you didn't get VIP passes to come celebrate with us in the VIP area, I think we're almost pretty much out of that. But thank you guys that did do that. Those will all help us to do events this year, including marching and parades, festivals, events, all of that cool stuff that you guys love to do every year. Huge shout out to the people that are coming. Huge shout out to the Minnesota Marijuana members that have pins. You guys are going to get into all of this stuff for free. Not the VIP thing, because we need
Not the
money to
VIP
do the free
thing.
stuff. Like, you can't do free stuff if you don't got no free stuff
yeah.
money. Anyway, yep, high five. Oh,
Hey.
oh, another one. Oh, I missed it.
Oh, hang on. Let me pull it up over here a second. It's only unbelievable because we don't ask to study it with the world's knowledge at your fingertips. We would rather look at porn.
Hey.
Way to go, Rustin.
Hey, there you go. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. So we're going to celebrate 420 in style. If you want to come out and hang out with us, we will be updating the 420 celebration event with the Northeast Minneapolis address and location. So keep your eyes posted. If you're not in the actual event, you can join the event or go to minmarijuana.com, follow the event. I'll share it to the Minnesota marijuana community as well, and we'll be updating the location, time, and information there. I think it's going to be a good time, you guys. It's going to be fun.
I
So
think so.
excited to see
Big
420.
this year.
Yep. Excited to see 420. A lot
And
of
no
stuff
snowflakes.
happening.
Best holiday of the year.
Hopefully.
And we got a special guest that's going to be coming out on 420. We're going to have House Majority Leader Ryan Winkler in the building. Yeah, he's coming out to speak. Yeah, so it's going to be a good time. Make sure you guys get involved and get active and come check it out. Is that all the updates that we have for events coming up so
Yeah.
far?
There's
We're
any new
scheduling
ones?
some more stuff. So
Yeah.
if you
I
do
know
want to
we
get
have
about
to
that.
do
what's that?
the Libertarian Convention.
Libertarian Party Convention for Alicia George, but we're not talking politics today. We don't care about them damn politicians. They don't.
Right, we're gonna
No, I'm
be
kidding.
there.
No.
We're just gonna be there.
No free promo for libertarians. No, Libertarian Convention. If you are in the Libertarian Party, Alicia George will be there with information to hand out with Curtis Hanna.
Tulsi
I'll be
Gabbard
there
for
in my
president.
normal booth.
Yep. Vari, were you able to get him the?
We're do it on Friday.
Friday.
Okay.
Dope.
Yeah, while we're
I
down
think
there.
that's about
Tomorrow,
all
we're
that
gonna
we
be
got
busy.
for today. So
Yeah, stay
Top
quiet.
of the morning
let's
to
get
you.
some weather from Dab and Dave. Windy.com. Oh, get your
Wanna
money over
throw
here,
up clouds
Vari.
when you
Look
get
at
up there?
that. Just
Vari?
look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
All right.
Nice
Where's
and
It is.
sunny.
Yeah, it's
We got a
as
drop of
as
condensation.
some of you may have noticed this morning, there was a little bit of precipitation overnight. I had a little trace of snow on my vehicle this morning, but not too bad. Can you zoom in just a little closer, Vari?
It looked like little styrofoam pellets. outside.
That's what I was
All right,
saying.
so
My
as you
car
see,
was
yeah, that's
covered
kind of
in
what it's been
pellets.
recently. It's almost like that half ice. We're in that kind of that temperature range
Like
where
it's
it's going to be a mix
manufactured
anyway.
snow.
But yeah, we're going to be in the upper 30s. Today it's going to, the sun or the clouds will clear out this afternoon and it's going to warm up. Pretty decent day. I think we're going to be low 40s today. Yeah, 43 in Hutchinson. Whoa, back it up.
Pick up,
Go to
pick it up,
3
pick it up.
3 p.m. 3 p.m. will be fine. So this afternoon it's gonna bump up to, like I said, Hutchinson's gonna be 43, Fergus Falls up north 32, Brainerd 35, down here 40s, low 40s. So Yeah, I mean it's not gonna be bad. Tomorrow though. Tomorrow afternoon, it's gonna be a nice day. Another one gonna be up in the upper 40s. We do have a little quick hitter coming. That's gonna drop a little precip overnight, and then that's gonna set us up for a really nice Saturday. That's the day you want to focus on. You want to stop it right there. Actually, Saturday
Saturday?
afternoon, we're gonna be upper
Saturday's the day.
40s, possibly 50, sunny.
Ooh, that's
Not
nice.
bad. We jump ahead to Sunday afternoon too. See if it. Sunday's not going to be too
Work.
bad either.
Right.
There is another system coming through Sunday night. These two are not going to really. This is more of an all southern Minnesota event. It's not going to drop too much. It's going to be another quick hitter. It's later on in the week. We need to worry about. I believe. Let me look at the model. I think it's blah 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 blah. Towards the end of the week we got.
Yeah, it looks like
Because the models are still predicting a ton of snow up north. So one of these days coming up here in the next 10 days, we're gonna get Wednesday. Yeah,
Yep,
there it is. That's the one. That's the one that's gonna leave up to 12 to 20 inches of snow up around Duluth area. And I think anywhere from just about Pine County north is going to be
People
looking
are
at
bipolar.
looking at some plowable snow. So we'll get into that later next week once it gets closer. But yeah,
Yes.
that's a heavy system coming through. So it all depends on the temperature. Is it
Damn,
going to be
that's a
snow?
big
Is it going to be
system.
rain?
Right.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be thunder involved with that one. I know I heard a few rumbles the other night when that system came through. So we're already starting to get into the thunder snow now. So
Yeah.
have fun with
I
that.
like thunder though. That's
I do
Thunderdome.
too. It's just weird with snow.
weird.
It's just-
I have
I
a
just,
question
I'm
for you.
hoping that this is it. I mean, I can't see this going much farther into April. So, I mean, this next
420.
next one gets
we're gonna
through.
have a snow blizzard.
No, I think that's what
hold
I'm saying. I'm hopefully by 420 we'll be back to spring. Hopefully.
But fortunately, we got some indoor spots. So
Woohoo! Because we
Hopefully
remember
it's-
what April was like in 2020 at the Capitol. We got snowed on, we
Yeah.
got
Oh,
rained on,
that's
we got
right.
we got
Yeah.
suned on.
Oh,
Everything.
Hopefully you just jinxed
yeah,
it.
hopefully this year it's gonna be sunny.
home.
We're gonna have
Jinxed
a
it.
good time. We're gonna have,
It's April in Minnesota. We know the weather's bipolar.
yeah.
There's no such thing as spring in Minnesota.
Weather's bipolar here all year
It's
round.
wet,
It doesn't-
Right,
sloppy,
it
and
exactly.
snowy.
stops. It never
Hey
stops.
Dave, I have a question for you about the Aurora Borealis. Do you know about
Yes.
that? Is that
I
happening
do.
again tonight? Or was it just last night?
It might have been, we were going through a coronal hole stream impact and a CME impact at the same time last night, so it was pretty bright. Probably came down pretty far south, actually. I didn't really notice it, or I hadn't noticed any of the reports, but I don't think it should be tonight. I think last
Okay.
night was the peak of the geomagnetic storm.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that happens because
I'll
of
let you know.
filament, right?
Mhm.
Well,
The
it's
light
when the
reflects
sun
off of it.
throws energy at us and it mixes in and it interacts with the particles in the atmosphere and
filament?
creates the aurora
Yeah.
borealis.
Okay.
I wonder if we
Yo.
could recreate that same effect with the.
Yes, they did actually.
Effect-
They
no,
did
but
in
the
a very
effect of
small
fog-
area. A while back, they shot a rocket up into the
She's like, I want a Northern
right
Lights
to the
bomb.
bottom of the stratosphere, and they blew it up and they tried to recreate the aurora borealis. It did work. They did it over the East Coast, but it was a very small area that kind of went green. It wasn't like a
Okay.
big huge thing,
Hmm.
but they did recreate it. So I don't know why you'd want to do that. But
Yeah.
I just thought maybe with all the bong particulates, because they send fine particulates into the air, maybe we could.
did you say bong particulates?
You missed
Yeah.
The
it.
particulates.
I
in
think
the
you
bomb.
missed it, Dave.
I did.
The
Oh,
bong.
bong smoking is dangerous to non.
Oh, the bomb
apparently.
particulates. I thought you said
Yeah.
bong.
4 times
Well,
more.
Sorry, random
that,
thoughts.
thank you guys.
Hey, we're all
This is
high.
10:41, so we're a little over our time, but thank you guys for tuning in to the Canna-Joe morning show this morning. We got some good weather. We got some filament talks, man. We got some bong talk. We got everything.
Got some
going on.
libertarian talks. You go,
Any
Rustin.
words? Any
Do
words?
a high five heart. Oh, Camille doing the heart.
Can't do that.
Nope, doesn't work.
You got half a heart. Really got half a heart.
I got
Anyway.
a half and then a half and then, oh no, not half.
There they are.
It doesn't do
There
anything.
they are.
But thank you guys for tuning in. We got any words of wisdom for him today, Vari?
Yeah. They hate us because they ain't us. Let's go.
I did a post about that a while ago, man. Man, I posted that in Minnesota Marijuana, man. That was an old post, but
That
yeah.
is the best slogan. They hate us because they ain't us.
Actual fact.
Shout out East Side.
With that, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Words of wisdom. They hate us because they ain't us. And we'll see you.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.
Oh, shoot, dang.
Tomorrow is Fried Friday.
Oh,
Fried
Friday. We'll be fried on Friday.
You on
Friday.
Friday.
Peace.
I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you. I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way to you.
You guys. So I did want to